Good morning class 12th students. Welcome to the 4th online chemistry class for chapter 1. In the previous class we have discussed about crystal lattice, unit cell, its parameters, types of unit cells, 7 basic types of the cells and further divisions of the centered unit cells like the body centered, face centered, end centered and the general introduction about the 14 types of the possible Bravais lattices. Now in this class we will cover the topic number of the atoms per unit cell. But before starting we need to know the realistic picture of the unit cell. To the right side of the slide we have the open structure in which the constituent particles are present as the point in the lattices and is called lattice point. And these points are joined just to represent the geometry of the lattices. That side of the slide, we have the space filling structures with the actual particle size such that the spheres are actually in contact with each other. Here for simplicity, we assume that the constituent particle is an atom. So here we have the first type of the cubic unit cell, that is in the primitive cubic unit cell. Primitive cubic unit cell has the atom only at its corners. Each atom at a corner is shared between the 8 adjacent unit cells. 4 unit cells in the same layer and the 4 unit cells of the upper layer. Therefore, only 1/8 of an atom or a molecule or the ion actually belongs to a particular unit cell. In all, since each cubic unit cell has 8 atoms on its corners, the total number of the atoms in the 1 unit cell is 8 into 1/8, that is 1 atom. Here we have the primitive cubic unit cell, the open structure, that is figure A, the space filling structure, that is structure B, and the actual portions of the atom belonging to the 1 unit cell, that is figure C. Here you can see that the corner atom, this is actually shared by the 8 unit cells. This is the corner atom shared by the 8 unit cell. So the contribution of this corner atom for the unit cell would be only 1/8, and there are total 8 atoms here in a unit cell, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So in this case it would be 8 into 1/8 is equals to 1 atom. So here we have the number of the atoms in the body centered cubic unit cell, that is a BCC type of the unit cell. See, here also we have the open structure, space filling structure and the actual portions of an atom belonging to 1 unit cell. Now just to understand the arrangement of the BCC, what we need to understand that here also we'll have the 8 corner atom, but along with the 8 corner atoms we'll also have one constituent particle which is present inside the body, so its contribution is 1. For example, the particle which is present inside the body, that this one, its contribution for this unit cell would be 1, and the 8 corner atoms, that is this one, would be 8 into 1/8. So the total number of the atoms for the BCC type of the unit cell would be 2. So next is the number of the atoms in the face centered cubic unit cell, that is FCC type of the unit cell. Just like BCC, here also we have the constituent particles present at each corner of the cube, as well as here we have the constituent particle present on each face of the cube. The contribution of the constituent particle which is present at the center of each face is 1/2, and in a cube we will have the 6 faces. So the calculation would be like 6 into half, that would be equals to 3. Here the number of the atoms per unit cell for the FCC would be 6 into half plus 8 corner atoms into 1/8, that is equals to 4 atoms. So here is your home assignment for this class, that is NCERT in-text questions. Give the significance of a lattice point. So the answer to the question is, lattice point represents the constituent particle of the solid. It may be an atom, a molecule, or an ion. It's lattice. Lattice points. In spite of lattice, it is lattice. Name the parameters that characterized a unit cell. Unit cell is characterized by the following 6 parameters. This is also we have discussed in our class. The dimensions of the unit cell along the 3 edges. These are represented by A, B and C. That is the edge lengths. The edge may or may not be mutually perpendicular. Second, the angles between the edges, and these are represented by alpha, beta and gamma. Next question, distinguish between hexagonal and the monoclinic type of the unit cells. And second question is face-centered and the end-centered unit cells. As you can see clearly in the figure that in the monoclinic, which will not have the edge length equal to each other, that is A is not equals to B is not equals to C also, and alpha and gamma is equals to 90 degree but beta is not equals to 90 degree. In the hexagonal, edge length A is equals to B but not equals to C, and alpha beta equals to 90 degree and gamma bond angle belongs to 120 degree. A face-centered unit cell has one constituent particle present at the center of each face in addition to the particles present at the corner. Whereas in the end center, it has the one constituent particle present at the center of any two opposite faces in addition to the particles present at the corner. So this is all about the class. Now the home assignment is just get the screenshot of all the slides, copy it down in your notebook and learn the NCERT in-text questions by heart.